What's up, everybody? Back for a week 2 video. AGBOLC from June 19th through September 20th, 2022. So this is going to cover week 2, which would be Sunday, June 26, 2022 through Saturday, July 2nd, 2022. This was kind of a short week. It was a 4-day week, a 4-day training holiday for 4th of July. So I'll kind of go over what we did this week and we'll go from there. Sorry if it's sounds a little weird. It's thundering outside. I think we got a storm moving in, so I'm also going to hope that I don't lose some power. Alright, so Monday, June 27th. Females went over to the Soldier Readiness Center, a medical center, to get lab work drawn. They all had to report over there a day prior. Basically, because they have to do extra lab work to see if females are pregnant when they report to BOLC. Not to say that you can't be here if you're pregnant, but they have to know because it puts you on restrictions based on where you're at. I'm sorry, that was the other class. That was class 7 that went over. We're class 8 and they run 2 classes at a time. Monday, we actually did CIF. So I think we're one of the first classes that actually had a TA50 packing list. So if you were issued any TA50 prior to coming, we were told to bring it. If you're not familiar with what that is, basically it's your ruck, your ACH, your flick, canteens, e-tools, mag pouches, wet weather gear, sleeping system, all that fun stuff. So Monday morning, that's what we did, while class 7's females went over and did the lab work. Let's see, that afternoon, that was it for the morning. The afternoon, we had the SSI, which is the Soldier Support Institute commander, Colonel Motley, came in and gave us an in-brief. He's the outgoing commander. Actually, here in a couple days, we'll have a new commander, so I'm certain that we'll probably get a new commander's in-brief. You can see the lightning going on behind me out the hotel window. So yeah, we also did the AG strategy overview, which is basically the commander's outlook and strategic plan for the AG Corps, basically for the next 12, 13 years, taking us all the way out to 2035. And we also did the flag ceremony for our international officers. As I believe I mentioned in last week's video, we've got a first lieutenant from Jordan in my class, and there is a second lieutenant from the Philippines in class 7. On Tuesday, it's when the females from class 8 went over and did their lab work, and class 7 completed their SRPs over at the Soldier Readiness Center. I apologize, guys. I'm getting my days all sorts of mixed up here. Tuesday is when we actually did the commandant in brief from Colonel Motley, who is the outgoing commandant. And that's when we did the international officer badging ceremony. We welcome them to the AG branch. And we also went over the strategic plan for the AG Corps. No less, it's all in the second week. So we also had our historian in brief. Basically, the AG historian that's responsible for maintaining records over here at the SSI came and gave us a brief history overview of the AG Corps. We were also broken down into groups for our history brief assignment and assigned a historical figure in the AG Corps that we'll be given a brief on. My group was assigned Lieutenant General Timothy J. Maud, which actually had a pretty cool story. He was pretty influential in the AG Corps, so if you don't know who that is, you can look him up. I'm not going to tell you, bore you with that. And that was really it for Tuesday. Like I said, the females had to report early so they could do lab work, and Class 7 was going through SRPs, so the guys that didn't have to go over there from my class, we actually didn't even have to report to class until 1300. So got to sleep in a little bit, had the morning off to just kind of hang out and read some Army regs, basically all the Army regs that pertain to what we do as AG officers. Good things to familiarize yourself with. FM 1-0 is pretty much the bread and butter of what we do. Sorry, guys. So yeah, that wrapped up Tuesday. Just a couple briefs. Wednesday, I had to report over for SRPs. Again, I'm National Guard, and I'd just been through a PHA in May 15th, May 14th time frame prior to coming here. So all of my lab work, medical, all that stuff was up to date. I kind of had some forethought and printed out my immunization records and my ATAR screen and brought all that with me. So I was literally, I think I was the second one called back, and I was out of there in 5 minutes. Other people that didn't have that information and the stuff wasn't up to date and current, they spent a significant amount of time there. So if you're completing all that stuff, bring your records. If you're not complete on that stuff, I don't know what to tell you. You're just going to have to go through it. We were supposed to have an effective communications course on Wednesday. Did not happen. Instead, we went to the museum, the AG Corps Museum. We also had a country brief from our international officer, actually pretty insightful. I got to learn a little bit about his country and how his military works, and some fun facts about the country of Jordan. We also did a TARP in brief, which is basically threat assessment and reporting. Interesting class. If you've been in for a little while, you've probably done them. If not, it's something that you're going to do several times throughout your career, so get used to it. So, like I said, Friday was a training holiday, so we didn't have to report on Friday. There's tons of stuff to do in the surrounding area. You get your nights, you get your weekends. Do with it what you will, make smart choices. Since it was a 4-day weekend, we had Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday, and then obviously we have the 4th of July off. It'll be a non-training day as well. So you're welcome to take pass and go home. You just have to fill out the leave paperwork, the DA-31, and submit it to your class leadership. They don't charge you leave. It's a 4-day weekend. You're good to go. It's just kind of get you in the habit of how to fill out those forms and how they should look, all that stuff. Just build muscle memory. So that was really it for week 2. So June 26th through July 2nd. I anticipate that I will be able to make a week 3 video. Trying to see if I've got a schedule, kind of give you guys a heads up here. But what we're doing in week 3 doesn't, I guess I do have one right here. So if all goes to plan this week, we should be doing master resiliency training. So if you've sat through that before, you know how exciting that is. If you've never sat through it before, you're in for a treat. So that looks like it's Tuesday all day, Wednesday all day, Thursday I think we're supposed to do the ACFT, and then we'll work on our history briefs in our groups. And it looks like Friday I think we're supposed to have an ASU or a GSU inspection, and then we do our history briefs to the class. That's tentative. That's what we're supposed to do during week 3. So yeah, at the end of the week I will do another video for week 3. So yeah, hopefully you guys are getting some useful information from these videos. If you're not, I'm sorry. Let me know what questions you have and we'll try to get them answered. As of right now, I haven't posted any of these videos up. It's only week 1 and now this will be week 2. I want to get approval from cadre here at the SSI before I post anything up. Yeah, I mean that's really it from a classroom standpoint. I will say this: they will send you out a welcome letter once you're approved into the class and accepted. Everybody's file gets handpicked by the commandant prior to you even being able to branch AG. So they do have some buy-in. Basically just to make sure that they're not bringing a bunch of stinkers into AG. That's about as nicely as I can put that. But in the welcome letter they're going to send you, it's got a whole list of regs that you need to read. As I mentioned already, FM 1-0 covers human resources support. It's kind of, like I said, the bread and butter of what we do. Basically the entire 600-8 series of Army Reg on Army pubs. Be familiar with it. I mean that's also a large portion of what we do. You know, it's for flags, it's for leave passes, it's for enlisted promotions, reductions. It covers military awards, officer transfers, officer promotions. If you have access to MILPER messages, read them. If you don't know what those are, get with somebody so you can figure it out. Yeah, so that's kind of like the administrative and classroom stuff. On the personal side, it's kind of different having nights and weekends off. This is really like one of the first courses I've been to where I've actually had free time. You know, obviously I don't have my family here with me, so that kind of sucks. Like I'm missing out on a lot of stuff at home. However, I'm able to talk to them at night. You know, we're able to FaceTime. So I did some stuff for the kids before I left. So it eases the burden on them a little bit, kind of helps give them something to look forward to. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit different. From the married with kids side, it's different because, I'm used to doing everything for 4 people at home, whereas now I'm doing it for 1, like grocery shopping, cooking, things like that. I don't have to get up and get 2 other people ready aside from myself. However, along with that means that my wife is stuck at home doing that stuff for me, or rather not for me, I guess, without me. So for those of you that are watching this that are coming to AGBOLC or going to any other schoolhouse for that matter, that are married or have kids, make sure that you square things away before you leave, and that you communicate with your significant other. They don't know what you're going through here. Maybe they do. I don't know. Maybe they went through it already. But communicate, put their mind at ease. Make sure that everything's squared away. Make sure that they have what they need before you leave. For example, like my tags on my vehicle expire while I'm here. My name is on both cars. In Kansas, we do things by last name, so both of our cars' tags are going to expire. So I had to make sure that my wife had all the necessary paperwork, power of attorney, all that stuff, so she can get that renewed while I'm gone. At my house, we try to divide up tasks. My wife takes care of the inside of the house. I take care of the outside of the house. With me being gone, it's summertime. She's left to kind of pick up the slack on the outside of the house. So, if you can find somebody to take care of that stuff, it's even better. So, I'm not a marriage counselor or a relationship counselor or anything like that. I'm just going to tell you kind of my experiences there. So, you do get some free time here. Generally right after class, I try to make it over to the gym. Be mindful that it's easy to just kind of sit here in your room and be a vegetable, but you are getting paid to be in shape. Next fiscal year, so starting in October, the ACFT, it's live, like it actually counts. So for my guard folks, I believe NGB is saying that in April, it's a 4-record test. So April 1 of 23 becomes a 4-record test, and April 1 of 24, ACFT goes live and counts for promotions. So to all you enlisted folks out there that are watching this as well, at least on the guard side, know that it's coming. So if you're here, you might as well get to the gym. They're free. One of them's open 24 hours a day. Outside of that, there's a gym down on the first floor of the hotel that's open 24 hours a day. So there's really no excuse to not hit the gym. There's no excuse to fail the ACFT, especially as an officer. Your formations are looking to you to basically lead by example. So I'm not going to try and get on a soapbox. Like I said, there's just some things to think about. I know I'm covering the classroom stuff, the administration stuff, so I also wanted to kind of cover the personal aspect of it. You got 30-something people in your class. Everybody's coming from somewhere different. Everybody's got different viewpoints. So far, we mesh pretty good. Get along with pretty much everybody. I don't think there's anybody that I don't get along with. Just haven't really had a chance to get to know all 30-something of them yet. So, I try to talk to them all, learn a little bit about each one of them. something that you should take to your unit with you. I've been commissioned for a little while. I've worked with a few people. I've had people assigned underneath me, so getting to know your people, getting to know what motivates them, kind of what makes them tick, not so that you can use it in a negative way, but so that way you can help motivate them and kind of establish what their normal is. That way you, as a leader, know kind of when they're off. Yeah, but that's kind of all I'll get into on that. I think we're about 21 minutes here, so yeah, let me know if you guys have questions. Hit me up, drop some comments, do whatever. I'll try to get them answered as quickly as possible. If I don't know the answer, I'll point you in the right direction. Yeah, let me know, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.